Hello, my little storms on YouTube, and welcome back. Today, we're gonna be drawing some more friends on stream. And today, our victim, next person, is Nightwolf. So, without any further ado, let's actually get into the stream. We'll start with you getting, oh my gosh. If you guys want to watch this live, for the YouTube people, if you guys want to watch this live, we literally started with me getting rizzed, then Rufus talking about frogs, and then George and Wolf relationship. So like that, if that doesn't make you want to come and watch these streams live beforehand, before we get into actually recording this stuff, you should probably check these out on Wednesdays and Fridays at 2 p.m. or usually earlier than that, or on Saturdays at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, because that's our timing. Your hair looks like, it smells like strawberries. Oh my gosh. Gartwolves get rizzed by me. So, I am in a committed relationship. I mean, you can still try. You can still try and rizz me. Actually, that reminds me, if you're not in my Discord, I am working on getting, so for Valentine's Day, which actually is a day I stream on, it's a Wednesday. Oh, there's you, but be platonic, yes. Very platonic, good. We appreciate the platonicness. But on Wednesday, for Valentine's Day, I am getting together what y'all voted for, which was, apparently I have to now make a Google form for harem applications, where you can join my harem, and I will test your worth on whether or not, based on how you fill the thing out. So yeah. But if you're not in the Discord, you won't be able to get access to it. So, and I don't know how long we'll go with it. It's just to be fun. It's just to be fun and have fun. That's all it is. Here, for those that are actually in the live stream, I'll just really quickly just give you the thing. So let me just do that for you. There you go. The only way that I can get the Discord going is literally by this. George's harem. Oh my gosh. No. I would love that, but no. We're not doing that. It'd be funny, but no. Oh my god, the timing. I know, but we're not. No, it's mine. Fine, you want it to be George's apple? Fine, it'll be George. It'll be George's. Fine. You know what? Sure, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because George is gonna be there anyways. Mine or George's. George and me are gonna be there anyways, so it doesn't matter at the end of the day. George lives in this house rent-free, okay? George already lives here. And if everyone else is gonna start living here, I mean... Let's go, hugs, or I'll join your cult. Oh my god. I mean, technically it's like a cult, if we think about it in the long run. But, you know, harem sounds like a much better word. Cult. Hail art. Oh my god. Okay, you know what? Okay, question. Do you want it to be a cult application? Or a harem? Or a harem one? What are we going with now? I was gonna start the recording and actually get into the art, but apparently now we're dealing with this situation. Art trapped me here and I haven't been able to leave. They won't know me. Okay, you know what? I'm moving on a stream. I'm moving over. I'm doing art now. What? I'm doing art now. I can do art now. We're gonna do art now, okay? We're gonna do art. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing now, okay? Hail the storm of frogs. Hail the storm of frogs. Are we literally doing that right now? Are we making a cult to George? George already has a cult. Are we making another one? Oh my gosh. Well, look at you, George. You don't have one cult, you have two. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, look at that, George. Isn't that wonderful? Got your own little froggy cult going. You know what? I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. This is probably like, what? The third time this has been done?
Imagine not having two cults. Can't be me.
It is you, George. Has this turned into Ohio level stream? Hey, I appreciate that you think that my stream is on Ohio level. Oh my gosh. Hello YouTube, and someone say I started recording for YouTube 6 minutes ago! Y'all be crazy out here! Wait, my sexiness is Florida man? Damn. Damn. I've never been connected to a, I would say that my chaotic energy definitely is that of a Florida man. You know what is really funny is that my mod Jose is my boyfriend and he's never rizzed me up with saying that I'm a Florida man. How sexy is art? Oh my god. Is this entire stream is just gonna be like how to try to rizz up art? Rizz up art while she tries to draw? Distracting art while she tries to draw? I just want to do my pretty artwork. Night! Night, I want to draw you a pretty picture! They're not helping me! Night, if you're in here, save me! Save me! Not the other way up. Oh my goodness, you know what, let me move over here a little bit. Basically, Colton risen. And from, yeah, you know what, that seems about right. Honestly, seems about right. Oh my gosh, actually no, you're so hard. You raised them so much. The wallet. Oh my gosh. I don't know how I can raise the temperature when I'm a storm deity. I mean, my entire thing is rain and cold, so... Well, I guess I could always electrocute you to send something on fire, so... I guess that makes sense. Tornadoes? Yeah. Tornadoes, hurricanes, yeah, that's all my jazz. You can make a mess of my room anytime. Oh my, you know what? I've already made a mess of my room, so I can totally make a mess of everybody else's room. Give me enough time. Oh my goodness. I must be stopped. Art is hotter than the sun in warm. Oh my god. What is happening anymore? I just want to draw pretty pictures. I just want to draw pretty pictures. Oh my god. Vamos make this less. What? Art's fine cake is multiversal. Even the MCU can't handle a can't hold a candle to. Oh my! my god. Wait. Are you saying that my cake is so massive that the MCU can't even hold a candle to it? Because my cake is so multiverse. Oh my god. Just gonna... Damn right. Holy shit. The cake is a canon event? Okay. You know what? You know what? You're right. You're damn fucking right. And you know what? You know what? Jose can attest to how massive my cake is, okay? Jose is my boyfriend, okay? And he can attest. You know what? You know what? Don't worry. Don't worry. I'll snooze Jose first, and then everyone else will get snooze later. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. Rose, I adopted mother, so... What? Oh, streaming. Oh, okay, go overseer. Go overseer. How you been? You been? And Ning, how you two been together? I know. I'm a fucking VTuber that actually has a fucking relationship, right? How long? We've been together for about 3-ish years now. Coming up to 3 years. Yeah. He's bro, this man remembers the little things that I tell him. He remembers shit. He literally went somewhere, bought me something because he remembered that I talked about it, and he knew that I was sad about it, and he's like, I know that she was sad that she couldn't find this. I found it, I'm buying it for her. And that's what he did. I'm about to smite back and rizz him up too. Oh my god. No, Jose has a thing of rizzing the entire chat. Okay? He does that. He will rizz up you before you can rizz him up. It's so funny. He's so funny. I'll buy him a Lego Death Star and okay, you know what the funny thing is? You buy him Legos, that man rolls over. That man rolls over. But then the thing is, you buy me Legos and I roll over. So, we're very, very similar. Yeah. We are actually very similar people. I didn't want to talk about this on stream because, but you know what? I'm gonna tell this. I'm gonna tell this on stream. We've been looking at rings. That's all you need to know. Life-size statue of art and Legos? Oh my gosh. If someone makes a life-size or even just me out of Legos, I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna be honest, whenever you guys like make fan art of me and stuff like that, I cry. I do. I love it so much, I cry. So I can have a way to see the cake daily. Oh my gosh. You better have me about as cheeked up as Chewbacca. You know, like Chewbacca at the Disneyland Lego store. You know how big Chewbacca's cake is? I want my cake to be as big as Chewbacca's. Okay? If you make me out of life-size Lego, if you make a life-size Lego of me, I want it to be as cakey as fucking Chewbacca. Sybil, just take 2 Earth models. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I'm laughing so hard that I can't even do art right now. It's so bad. You guys have made me laugh so much that I'm just like, you know what? I just want art. I just want art. Cause girl, you my world. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. You're already a masterpiece. What would you want? Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm not a masterpiece yet. Wait for my 2.0. Oh my gosh. I keep I have dreams. I have dreams about that 2.0. It looks when I bingo laugh, you know it's a good thing. Hello, welcome in, welcome in. Hello, Kakaru. I love that little emote. That's so cute. I love looking at other artists' emotes all the time. I'm a sucker for it. Oh, I gotta turn the spear off. Whoop. Had a little burp. Excuse me. My mother always gets on my case about burping, and she's just like, and she's literally like, you're supposed to say excuse me, and I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. And then I say it just like very much after the fact. But hey, you know what? That's how things roll. But I do want to try and get, I am trying to get better and trying to get these pieces done. Because I've been drawing, this is about the 4th person I've done. And I want to do more other VTubers. And I feel like, you know, I want to do all these different people's like art just because I really like your guys' designs. I think that they're really cool. But also because it gives it lets me like do more stuff. Dang, you did 4 people? Yeah, I did 4. So I did so the people that I did was Fane, oh, you were trying to riz, and I was being legit. Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna say this right now. I take things very literally. It's the tism. It's the tism we got. I take things very literally. But at least I got it. I got it. The tism. Yeah, I got the tisms. Jose can agree. I do got the tism. Soon to be properly diagnosed. But yeah. I can't agree. Definitely with how I take things super literally. Way too literally. That's why I was like saying that I did like more people before. Hey, come on. You know what? That's why I'm like, you know what? If people are gonna make a joke out of me, it's better if I make the joke first, right? That's how most of my humor is based. It's like, hey, if people are gonna make fun of me, it's funnier if I make fun of myself first. I know some people might think of that as a really derogatory way of looking, but it's like, no, because then it turns it from being mean into like a funny joke. Because other people would make it in a mean way, like to be a mean, funny way, right? Oh, self-burn. Those are rare. I know. But hey, if I'm gonna take things literally, you know, as a person that's an artist, we try and not take things too literally. But, you know. I don't know where I was going with that. The brain cell is not brain celling today. I don't know if you saw on Twitter. I posted up a picture. My brain celling is so bad, I literally put ice cream in the fridge. I'm like, ice cream now belongs in the fridge according to my brain. So You gotta love me. I hate it. Oh my gosh. Okay, time to do these hands. Time to do the hands. Actually, you know what? Let's talk a little bit about art in the art world, because I actually want to I do want to talk about that. Have you guys seen PewDiePie's art? I know he's retired now, but he did drawing for like 100 days to get better at art. And I'm gonna be honest, if you have the time on your hands, like a lot, because PewDiePie has a lot of time on his hands now because he's retired. So it's not surprising that he's literally gotten really good at art. And I'm gonna be honest, like, even though that right now it's only anime art, still think of the possibilities that he can do now. He did say that drawing anime art is way easier, and I will agree, yes it is. It is very much easier to draw in an anime style than it is to draw in many different, and like more of a realistic style. That's why I applaud people that can draw realistically. I draw semi-realism. Semi-realism just means that it looks realistic-ish, but it's not completely. Semi-realism is like Avatar: The Last Airbender is kind of like semi-realism. It's like anime, but still like realistic enough, you know? Because you could potentially see them as actual human beings, you know? They're not just like cartoon anthropomorphized animals and stuff like that. So I'm not surprised, but it's really cool to see him do his art. But it does take a lot of time, and if you have a lot of time on your hands, like, start from the basics. You know, you can take as many anatomy classes as you want. I could be having that. Oh my gosh. We coming up with a lot of pickup lines. You know what? I think on his other hand I drew it like higher, didn't I? Yeah, it's like on the next knuckle. So it's like more here. You're gonna go bonk him? It's like, hey, we're trying to learn art here, okay? We're trying to learn things here. Let her speak. Oh, that's not what I wanted. There we go. But yeah, it takes a lot of time, and if you have the time and patience to learn it, you can get better. Like cause like Knight is like all self-taught, and he's becoming better, and I've seen his progress like over time. And even though it's very, very slow, there's progress there, and it's going well. And you know, he's doing great. He's doing great. And I've seen other artists, and you know, I didn't start out this great. If you want to see kind of how I sketch and do doodlings, I'm actually doing 301 drawings, one drawing a day. It's a writing prompt of 301 things to draw, but I'm doing one writing prompt a day. And today I did a character OC, because that's what the prompt was OC, or original character. And so this is a character I've been kind of jumping around with the idea of what the design would be. And now that I finally kind of got an idea of what that design is, like, it's great. It looks great. But I only try and spend minimum about like 30 minutes on them, because at the end of the day, these are sketches. This is like a whole entire sketchbook of doing 300 drawings, which is like, yeah, mine, almost a year of drawing every single day. So if you ever want to get better at drawing, like this is for people that already know how to draw. Like this 301 drawings is like something you can get your kid to just kind of preoccupy their time. Or if you already know how to draw, I would not recommend it if you are starting out or being a beginner. I would recommend learning at your own pace. Like if you want to learn how to draw hands, like that's what the first thing that you want to do. Go and learn how to draw hands. There's plenty of tutorials out there in the world. Like PewDiePie, it seemed to me that he wanted to know how to do like busts, which is like the head. Because most of his artwork and what I see him sketching is mostly that. Like, that's what he wanted to do. And it's like, you know what? If you want to do that and that's what you want to learn and get better at, do that. Draw what you want to draw. And then, like, if you want to expand outside of that, pick up the 301 drawings, and this will give you other ideas to draw things outside of your purview. Because that's what I basically bought this for, is because I want to draw other things than doing character art. Because that's mainly what I do, and so it's like it gives me something else to do. I've been doing it on Twitter, just categorizing it and stuff. So every day you'll see me like post up, and either I post it like later in the day or earlier in the day, at least for me. And I just kind of post it up. Unfortunately, I wish that I could have like a hashtag to put it all together. I don't, because I was stupid about it. But now I'm gonna put it all under my art hashtag, which is like artsy sketch, and it'll just be all under there. So if you ever want to go and look at it, I'm gonna just start doing that because then I'll be easier to categorize. But I've gotten up to like 6 days so far, so we'll see how long it goes. And some days I might take a break from it in case like I hurt my hand or my hand is really hurting badly that day. So you probably shouldn't be drawing. So, but yeah. If you're an artist, I would definitely recommend this one is like basically the next edition of the 300 drawing prompts, but this is 301, and then I guess eventually they'll do 302 and whatever. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty fun. It's nice. I'd recommend it. But that's if you're like, you know, already kind of like understand how to draw. It's just like furthers your understanding. It's to just also get your creative juices flowing as well. Because I used to draw a whole bunch of variety of different things besides that of character art. Like, for example, look at how this spear looks. Now, of course, I did this with a 3D model, but I still need to understand how it's supposed to look. And actually, most weapons and spears and other things, I usually draw freehand. I just usually have the 3D model as like a base to understand where it's supposed to be. But everything else is I usually try and draw it myself, so. Oh, and this spear needs to go under this color. There we go. So it's supposed to be looking like he's gripping it. Gripping the spear. Ow! Thank you for the plushie attack. Ow. You bunch of cute plushies. But also a bunch of them at once. Ouchies. Oh my goodness. I mean, I'm gonna stretch a little bit. Okay, so we got the skin all done. I think I should go... Yeah. I think this color is this color. Yes, it is. I'm gonna go from, like, the pants and up, so I just layer it correctly, so I don't have to worry about missing anything. So let us get the pants started here. You know what, I can do this in a bigger brush. And do this. Yeah. But if you guys have any questions about my art process, because my art process is a lot different. I don't do like line art and stuff like that. I just go from sketch to color to rendering. So I don't do line art. But if you guys have any questions about any of my art process or art tips or anything, And actually, I was thinking about doing, I've been seeing it a lot around of people, like, kind of, like, not critiquing VTuber designs. Well, no, that's what it was. It's like critiquing VTuber designs, right? And I think that that's really interesting. And I kind of want to do it because I have actually done character art, both 3D and 2D character art. So I will say that I am not like a complete professional, but I have been drawing characters for a very long time. It's just not a industry professional, but okay. I'm not an industry professional, but I'm an independent professional as a person that's been drawing characters for over definitely like 2 decades. There we go. There are the pants. I guess we'll do the boots and the belt, like this and this next. But I would say, like, if I do it, it's not, I don't want to do it as a critiquing way. Expert drawer. Yes. I don't want to do it in like a mean critique way. I want to kind of do it more in like, you know, like saying like how certain design elements could enhance, or maybe certain ones are kind of hindering your design. I wouldn't do it. I'm not going to do it on Nightwolf here because he, you know, I don't want to just do it on people. But I could do it on like my own design. Like, the thing is, I'm supposed to be a storm deity, and I don't think it comes across really well with how I have my VTuber like design looking, you know? But then again, my lore is that I was a mortal that became a storm deity, that became a deity, so it's like, it makes sense like that I'm keeping into my mortal form. Eventually, I'm gonna be getting a 2.0 that is definitely more godly-like, and I think about it all the time, and it looks so great. I could bring it up, but I don't know if it's if it has its black solid, because I check the silhouette all the time to make sure if it's going around right, because like the first thing that I kind of wanted to think about was silhouette, and I gotta be honest, a lot of people that I do draw have really good solid silhouettes. Like, I can definitely tell them apart kind of situation, because like we know that Fane is Fane. We can see like Glacy is Glacy because they all have like really good solid silhouettes. Even Knight here has a pretty good solid silhouette. So, even though that technically a lot of people have these like big jacket thingies, like his silhouette is still important because what's important is his spear here. So that's why I say he has a solid silhouette, because like his weapon being part of his design is very, like, a lot of people do not have that. I say as I also do have a weapon. I also am a spear user, but I don't have it on my design. I'm gonna have that in my 2.0 maybe, just having it around, because I think that would be a better idea. Alright, I'm gonna do, you know what, let's do the belt and the boots together. What's your favorite type of scene to draw? Like, favorite weapon, pose, and environment? Oh, you know what? It's been a while since I've done environments. When it comes to environments, so I actually have an answer for every single one. When it comes to environments, I really like forest and meadow scenery. I have done water scenery before, like with water. that can go fuck off. I don't do water very well. I think I'm still learning how to draw like water really well. I can draw water in dark scenes. I also really love dark environment scenes, like where it's nighttime or going to night. I really like doing darker scenes. I don't know. There's just something about it. I liked doing it when doing game design too. For those that don't know, I did do, I had to take classes because I was a 3D artist, a 3D game artist. So I needed to learn also how game works as well in game design. So we would have to set up like certain scenes in day and in night. And I loved setting up the night scene a lot better. You had to do more lights and more work for it, but I loved it. I loved that I had more control over how I wanted to light the scene. And I think that's why I like nighttime scenes better, is because I like a little bit more control of what I can do with it. Not to say that I don't like daytime scenes either, but I like nighttime scenes because I can hide stuff in the dark, you know? And then favorite weapon to draw? Honestly, when it comes to weapons, I would say I've drawn a few different weapons. I've even drawn guns before. Definitely spears. I think spears and swords can be really interesting. I know spears are kind of like basic, but you can always put like a different spear shape on the top of it, and you can always make the handle really interesting. Scythes are another one. I know that a scythe is technically more of a gardening tool, but I've had some fun with drawing some scythe designs before. I've actually 3D made a scythe design before, so you're gonna have a lot of fun with doing things. Anything that has like a long staff is just room for doing some cool shapes. Because who's to say that your staff has to be like completely straight on a spear, you know? You can go wonky. You can make it look crazy and strange, you know? I think that's why I like Monster Hunter Insect Glaive. Because the Insect Glaive sometimes can have very interesting designs. Even though most of the time they're very straight, but they still have unique designs to them that make them look cute, cool, and unique, you know? So that's what I particularly like, is because you have more room to kind of do stuff, and swords are also pretty cool as well. Because if you go like great swords and claymores, you're gonna have so much fun, because again, you have the room to do cooler shit. That's why I like it. So it's like anything that is very... Okay, this is gonna come out wrong. Any weapon that is really long or really big, I think you can have more fun with the designs. Because there's more room for you to put in cool things. Oh no, ads! I'll wait until the ads are done. to do the next part. I know if you're watching on YouTube, ads may not affect you. Y'all back from ads? Because I was gonna tell you the next part. Poses. I kind of like action poses. I like action poses. Or who would you be? Who would be the top and bottom? And Georgia Wolf. Oh my god. Okay, let me say this. Which one is the deity? George is the top. Sorry, not the bottom. I like how they're like, back. I'm trying to get cool answers about art. Thanks. Oh my gosh. You guys are crazy. Wolf's gonna come in. I know he's gonna probably end up raiding me if I'm still streaming. And he's gonna be like, what the heck is going on? And I'm gonna be like, I don't know. Crypto bonk. They can bonk whoever they wish. But as for oh my god. As for poses, I do like action poses. Freaking oh my gosh. I do like action poses. I do like doing action poses, but there's also like stand poses like this that are just kind of like I don't really like stance straight poses most of the time. As you can see with most of the artwork that I do, most of it either has some kind of movement to it. I mean, there's some times where they're sitting, but I try and do poses that kind of show off a little bit of the character. Oh my god, is but that's what I mainly like doing, is just like kind of poses that show off the character or when I'm trying to get an emotion across. On me, oh my gosh. Are you an enemy stand user? Oh my gosh. I still need to do that JoJo art with George with George as my stand. Not even joking anyways. There was actually going to be that. Okay, those are also brown. Okay. I'm gonna just make it all solid one color. Oh yeah, I forgot George has a gun. I don't know why I gave the frog a that. Jesus. Note to self. Try and not give animals certain. Okay, you know the thing? There's like a meme where it's here, take this. What was it? Here, take this. Go do here. Go do crime. Yeah, that's what it was. Here, go do crime. And that I feel like that's what it is with George. It's like, here. Go do crime. But it's funny because it's on the with the loot bugs from Lethal Company. And literally someone made like a little 3D animation and then the bug ran away with the weapon and literally went, yippee! And I'm like, yep. Seems about right. Oh my goodness. To battle. Oh my god. No, don't have a war. Chat, no, you're not fighting. You're not having a war in my chat. Storms, stop. You're not having a war. We're not doing a civil war right now, okay? We're doing art. Not having a war. Oh my goodness. I already have 7 markers. And it's only been an hour. How the fuck do I have 7 markers for stream already? But I have 7 markers to make clips out of. It's only been an hour. But they're an enemy stand user. I think it was this color, if I do recall. Was this color then? Huh, interesting, okay. Oh, right. I was still doing the silver. Jesus. Focus. Oh my god. Gotta try. Oh my god. What a team. Oh my gosh. Wait, I thought you two were on opposite sides. Excuse me? Okay, well. What? Wait, no. You can't fight God. You can't fight me. That is a losing battle, okay? You will be on a losing battle. No, you can't fight me. That is a losing battle. No. What is happening? What is happening anymore? They gave me cookie. No. They served. What the heck? Knight, if you're watching any of this, just know I'm trying to do your art. I don't know what they're doing. I'm not associated with them. No, I'm joking. I joke. I just. The fallen one. What? You know what? I think I've given up a lot of the times with just understanding whatever is going on in my chat anymore. Because the more I try to think about it, the more I try to figure out what the heck is happening, the more I'm on the losing end of just trying to figure it all out. What? Why are you in a jousting outfit? What? I'm so confused right now. What is happening? What is literally happening right now? Catch? What is that? Catch what? I don't even see what that is. I'm blind. Explosive bunny? You do understand I can't blow up, right? Right? We're not working off of Greek mythology god, like, mythos. Yeah, you do understand I can't blow up, right? Technically, the only way to kill a god is to have another god kill you, so. Then rest? What do you mean rest? Fight the pineapple pizza? What the heck? You can fight pineapple on pizza all you want. That is your new enemy. The pineapple on pizza. Actually, I should have that. I should have that. I should have that as a thing. I should have that. Hold on. Let me write this down. Let me write this down really quickly. Where are my sticky notes? There they are. I've been thinking of more things to add to the harem application. I want to add a few other things, and that reminds me. Thank you. Thank you for reminding me. What's with the fuck? What's with the heads and everything? You know what? I gotta be honest. I like looking at all of the emotes. They're so funny. I like just looking at people's emotes. Sometimes I go onto VGen and I literally just look at other people's emotes. One, for inspiration, and two, just to look at them. Peacetime. Yeah, peacetime. We love when there's peace, right? Yeah, you gotta love it. Gotta love all the peace, right? I just realized I'm basically taking this pose but making it better. In a way. Not that I'm saying that it's not, but I'm just basically redoing it but in my own style. For now. Oh no. Okay. You know what? To each their own devices. Just gonna let you guys do what you want to do. Because I know that there is no stopping it from happening. What the heck? Alright. Yeah, some people have some very interesting emotes. I haven't noticed that. That's why I try and make my emotes very funny and interesting as well. Honestly, the one that everyone laughs when they see it is literally Shadow Legends. Literally the one, I think for the animated it's this one, and then for regular, for like static, it's this one. The amount of times that people use just the stare emote is just it's just so good. I made it better because this was like we had another stare, but I did it better, and honestly, Jose was literally like, that one's more cursed. I'm like, good. I want it more cursed than the original. If it's not cursed, what's the point? Right? No. I have an idea. I don't know. What is that? Who plays Battle Cats? I don't. I don't play Battle Cats. That's who doesn't play Battle Cat. Really? Yeah, I don't. I don't even know what Battle Cats is. I feel like I know. Is it a card game? Bro, there's so many card games out there, I just don't know. Nope. Okay, then yeah, I don't play it. Okay, we're gonna do gold. You should. Very nice game. Actually, speaking about games, I know that Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 has come out. I know some people have problems with Poppy Playtime because of some situations that were happening, but I wanted to say I've never played Poppy Playtime, but maybe when Chapter 4 gets released, whenever it does get released, hopefully it gets released soon, I kind of want to play it when the entire game is out. It's Fireplay is so good and the lore is good. For Poppy Playtime? Are we talking about Poppy Playtime? Yeah, no, I've heard really good things about the game and playing it. I did watch people play Chapter 3. I will say this much. I have not watched anyone play Chapter 1 or Chapter 2. Well, I have, but like sparingly. And then I've kind of seen Chapter 3, but I'm gonna be honest, because I haven't seen the previous chapters about the things that happened, I'm just like so fucking lost. But it's like, I don't want to play it, because the thing is that I would have to play it from the beginning, okay? I have to play Chapter 1, Chapter 2, and then Chapter 3. And it's like, by the time that the Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 is like done, like the hype for it is over, the hype's already gone for it. It's like, huh, I'll just be over here in my corner. But yeah. But that's why I'm like, I kind of want to wait. So that then I can just play it all in one go, you know? Or should I do Chapter 1 and just see how I like it? Because that's the other thing. Before I buy any of the other chapters, I want to make sure that I like the game. Because if I don't like it, it feels like a lost investment. And I think that that's really good, making a chaptered game. Yeah, Chapter 1, just a taste. Just a taste. Because I do kind of want to do art streams again on Wednesdays. And then have Friday and Saturdays be game. But we'll see how like I rearrange stuff. What? How lookable? Art is 28% lookable. Yes. Okay. Draco's 81% lookable. Oh my gosh. Well, you know what that means, Draco. Get licked. get licked. Apparently, I was told by some other people that their lick emote is banned, but mine isn't. And I'm like, what? Really? And they're like, yeah, some people have their lick emote is like banned or whatever. And I'm like, wow, mine isn't. And they're like, what? Yeah. How come? I don't know, but I'm like, maybe the reason that mine isn't is because I guess because frogs just do that. I don't know, some people have like a bunch of different emotes that have been banned for like just weird reasons, and they're just like, I don't know. It's just kind of weird. Okay. Now I kind of want to start moving on to the jacket. How copyright is art? 24% copyright. What do you mean good? You know, the funny thing is that I was thinking about renaming myself so I can like, it would be easier to do like copyright stuff and things, and I'm just like, yeah, probably not. Wolf is 80% copy. Oh my god. Oh no, he's gonna copyright strike me. No! No! Sorry. See, Wolf copyright is. Is stealing from other VTubers. No. No. I don't believe it. Sorry, I'm like thinking about stuff. We actually are almost done with the blocking of color, which is actually pretty good. Because color blocking can be the most difficult and draining part of this all, as you can see. Haven't button checked Wolf yet. Oh my gosh. What do you mean button checked him? What? What? Am I supposed to know what button checking is? What was it for? Oh, bottom! Bottom checking! I saw button! Bro, my dyslexia, man. My mom keeps telling me, no, you don't have dyslexia. I'm like, you sure about that? You sure about that? I think the reason I don't is just because I read a lot, so I've just gotten better at maybe hiding it. Actually, I have been really good about reading some more. It's okay. Thank you. You guys, I know that you guys love me whether I'm dyslexic or not. Right? I may not be able to spell anything, but I can still do other things. That's why I'm an artist. I'm not a writer. Oh, wait. That isn't it. There might be something. Oh, it's there. What's 25? It's 50. No, wait, hold on. Yeah, it is 50. Twen 25 out of 25. Alright, we're ending stream. Thank you so much for coming. Oh my god. Did that 5 streams ago? Did you really? Did you get me again with the same D's nuts joke? Oh my god. You know what? I'm stupid. And the thing is because of my stupidity. And because I take things too literally, it's too easy. I'm gonna be honest, it's too easy. Unless I know the setup. If I remember the setup, easy. I still have trick. This is so dumb. Alright. Oh, I still have to do this. I still have to draw this. We're gonna have to get really, really small. We gotta really zoom in here. Because I decide that I want to do little shit. There we go. Perfect. So now we got this jacket. Now we gotta do all the great details. There we go. But I think these aren't different colors. No, it's the same. Okay. What? What is that emote? Ooh. Ah. Slip of the hand. Cheese. Should I... Oh my goodness. Yippee. What do I get the yippies? Yippee for yippie's sake. I will say, if I'm really focused, you can scare me with those. Those yippies will scare me. Alright. And then... How to reference back and forth. And then belts. I think this is this belt. And then I gotta do some of these other belts. Belt designs. I'm gonna be honest. The one thing that I do not like much about Knight's design is I've noticed this a lot with male designs. Why do you have so many belts? Please. Do you need all those belts? That's the one thing I've noticed with a lot of male designs is they have so many belts. Not to say that female designs don't have it. The females have the opposite. A lot of females either have a lot of lace and ruffles. A lot of lace and ruffles. Or they have a lot of bows. Sniper. Oh my god. Okay. And then we have... I have to put gold. Oh my god. Okay, so same color of belts, but down here. And then over here as well. And then kind of adjust these. And then we need to put the actual silver belt. I will say, with doing all these belt designs, I have learned to do belts better, and I hate you all for making me learn how to do belts better. We got two options of how I can do this, and I think I'm gonna go with the other option, which is weird. Because then I can do gold where I need it. I'm in your walls. Oh my gosh. Why is everyone either trying to get into my walls with me or just be crazy insane today? What is it? What are you all on today? I must know. But hello. Things have been crazy today. Oh. And that's saying something, because usually it's always crazy, but today has been on another level. I'm fine. Climbing top. I climb top. What the heck? Okay. Things have just been very crazy. Oh, okay. Okay, you're back it up a bit. Back it up a bit. No. Nope. I think he has... Yes, it is. That is a little too close for comfort. Let's back it up a little bit. You can joke about being in my walls, but that's a little much. There you go. Alright. And now I kind of need to do this. Yes. Do that. And just boop. And invert. And do that. Perfect. Yeah, we can chill and watch anime. Oh my goodness. Oh, it is getting cold. By the way, you're short and cute? Oh my god. I'm not that short. I'm not that short. No, when I tell people my actual height, they're like, wait, then why do you say that you're short? And I'm like, because in lore standards, everyone else is way fucking taller than me. I'm a shorty in my world. Well, I was joking about the cuddling thing. Well, I know, it's just like, sometimes some people aren't joking, and that's why it's just like, I like to solidify rules. I know Jose jokes about it, but it's because it's true. So it's like, how tall are you? Alright, IRL then. I am, I think last time I checked, 170 centimeters? I might be wrong, but I remember it's 5'7", 5 feet 7 inches. I just forget the centimeter conversion. I do forget the centimeter conversion. Short. I am not short. 5'7" is not short. Just so to put it in perspective, 5'7" is just 3 inches away from being 6 feet, okay? Yeah, but remember, if I put on heels, I'll be the same height as you. I'm not even joking. I put on like 3-4 inch high heels once, and I was literally my previous boyfriend was like 6 feet tall, so when I put on high heels, When I put on high heels, I was literally his height. And he was like, what the heck? And I'm like, yeah. Actually, wait. That reminds me then. I'm like 5 inches shorter than 6 feet. But no, when I tell other girls how tall I am, they're like, damn, you're tall. I'm like, I have a friend that's 7'2". Oh my god. Maybe I'm just talking to shorter people, because apparently they're like, you're tall. And I'm like, no, I'm not. Honestly, 5'7" is average. It's average height. So I'm like, I don't know what y'all talking about. It's just pretty average. I think it's just because some people are raised with the assumption that, like, all girls are, like, 5 feet, 5'7", and I'm like, or not 5, I'm like, well, Art, stop by and give you some support. Have awesome rest of your okay, thank you, Otaku! Have a great rest of your day. Oh my gosh, follow age, 9 months. Damn, 9 months? It's already been 9 months? I also forget that that command exists, the stream age command. I think that that's really cool. That's crazy how time flies. It is. Jose did it once and I was like, oh my gosh, 2 years? Like, I've already been streaming for 2 years at this point? Because they basically followed me when I started streaming. So I'm like, damn, 2 years. 2 years already. Well, actually, I think it'll be coming up to 3. Because I actually started streaming in 2020, I think. Yeah, I think so. I don't really recall. I'm very bad. I'm very bad with memory. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I still haven't done your hair. Or your face. I think when you're designing people or like doing fan art like this, I'm gonna be honest, I focus a lot more on the clothes because I feel like your clothes are more recognizable. There we go. Okay. Gotta think about gloves now. Yeah, that'll be for later. We basically have the jacket done. So let's get the gloves going. And then gloves over here. Cool thing is I can do this to turn that off. So I'm basically separating up everything into folders so it's going to be easier to shade it later. I know some people that render like on every single layer, do a rendering layer, and I would do that if it's a less complex design, but because Knights is so complex, that's gonna be way more difficult for me to do. This is this. I think this is gonna be this. I keep seeing those like alerts pop up and I'm just like, what the heck? Who's talking? And I'm like, oh, it's just the bot. I think this is for the fur. There we go. You know what the funny thing is? This isn't the first time that I've drawn Nightwolf. This is like the second because I've drawn him as a Furby before. It's nice to actually draw him usual. Like him in regular. Let me see. My music is done, but you know what? I'm gonna take this opportunity to take a break and kind of walk away for a moment. So that's what I'm gonna do, because it is getting very cold in here and my hands are starting to get a little cold. So that's what we're gonna do. So let me pause the recording. And I am back. Just need to do a quick little stretch and get a nice little warm... I got like a bathrobe on, but the reason being is because it is cold. It has been rainy, it has been cold. I've been doing my storm duties, you know? So it's been a little cold up here in the storm temple right now, so gotta get a little bit warmer. But anyways, we are going to be continuing on and finally moving on to hair. Hair, the easiest thing to do, honestly. I say as the first thing I did was undo. Thankfully, you have that, like, easy anime pro tag hair. That I'm just like, it's just like so easy to draw. Because you can be a little haphazardly with it. The great thing is that I have a perfect brush for this. That I will also use for rendering. But it's going to make these spikes and other things stand out a little bit more. Let me just make sure that I get it all. Let's clean all this up. I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest out here. It's been a while since I've drawn characters with like blonde hair or done people with blonde hair. It's just because now I like darker hair. I like drawing it and rendering it better. No. And now I'm going to pull out my secret hair one. This just makes it have a good amount of texture to the hair, but also this particular brush that I use is great for rendering and for flyaways. Flyaway hairs are those little hairs that you have like this one. It just adds a little bit more texture. And that's why I also like rendering with it as well, because it adds a lot more texture. Because then it kind of feels like hair. Even though that we're close up right now, when I start backing up a little bit more, you're gonna see how it starts to kind of feel a little bit more like hair. You can overdo it, or you can underdo it, you can do it however you feel. I'm like thinking because his hair is very spiky, it's probably gonna be very appropriately done. Like still clean looking, but some ruggedness. And then actually what I'm gonna do is take this silver, and because this is basically part of the hair, I'm gonna start actually going in here with a bigger brush and kind of making those little flyaways here and there. And you kind of have it being that all of the bottom here is like that. So we're gonna kind of go.
Hi, Pug.
Hi, Pug! And we're just gonna do all of that up here. Just wanted to add like a few things. Right, how's this? Okay, so it's like his under. Like it comes from his roots. Alright, cool. But hello, Pug, welcome in. How's art going? Art is going. It's going. I'll tell you that much. It's rare that I deal with characters that have hair like this. So it's nice to kind of experiment here and there. That's kind of basically why I'm doing other people's, like basically doing fan art for people, is because it helps me do things outside of the things I normally do. Yeah, we'll go with that. I think that looks nice. And now let's kind of do face. Let's go down here and I'm gonna do face here. So I know that there's some stuff that gets done, but you know what? I don't care. Oh my gosh. Got an itchy head. Ugh. Gotta stretch. Okay. So he kinda has. We'll go for this and then go a little bit into the darker. At least for here. Gonna do this. Yeah, but art is arting. That is what I'm doing.
Art is fooding.
Oh. I guess my mother's home. She's home early. Yeah, it's like 4 o'clock. That's not how George. Yeah, George is being a little sus today. And now we're gonna take this, do that, over in there a little bit, so then we can do this. so it doesn't look as harsh. That's what I normally do. If I do line art, I usually try and color it a little bit darker than whatever the skin tone is. No. I think when I have skin work. And then there we go. There we go. Hello, Sleepy. How are you? I am good. I'm a little tired, but that's just because I've been streaming for a while, but other than that, we're pretty good. Pretty good. Here, I think I want to blur it out a little bit. Oh. Not really. Well, I mean, I have some stuff planned. Yeah, because I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Doing anything so say though? No. I don't know yet. There we go. I know what you're trying to ask. Jose told me that you were gonna ask this. I know what you're trying to ask. And I don't think you're saying it right. Are you trying to ask if Jose got me anything? Because that's the case, yes. I want to go on a date with my ill Valentine. Hey, hey, hey. We like Valentine's Day around here. It's nice. Smells bad. To each their own, I guess. and me asking out. He needs to leave. Oh my gosh. No, no, he doesn't. He doesn't need to leave. Who needs to leave? Jose. Jose isn't even here. Can't ruin anything if he's not here. Sweet Jose, best emo ever. Oh my god. Unmod him on accident again. I won't tell if you don't. I didn't unmod him. I timed him out. I timed him out without meaning to. I think we need to start going in on rendering. How about you rate Clip Studio Paint? What do you mean? Been thinking about getting it. Okay, Clip Studio Paint is really great because I'm gonna be honest, one thing, not subscription based. You don't have to pay into the subscription, you just pay once and that's pretty much it. You do have to pay for each upgrade of the version. So, you know, version 2 you're gonna have to pay, version 3 you're gonna have to pay, but I paid like $14 to upgrade it from version 1 to version 2, which is not bad. There's others that cost like $400. I'm like, yeah. The other great thing is that there is a wide community that you can literally download a bunch of brushes, 3D objects, and everything from. So, and there's a lot of stuff that you can get for free. So, a lot of the brushes that I use are like brushes that you can get for free. Or every once in a while they'll do like a login bonus and you can get like clippy points for free, and then you can download brushes that are, you know, you probably have to pay for, but instead you can actually get it for free technically because you're just logging in and interacting and doing a whole bunch of stuff. lots of great things for manga and illustration if you want to go that route. But if you want to go animated, I would recommend, if you want to do animation in here, definitely pay more to get the bigger version, which is like XP, or not XP. It's like Clip Studio Pro X or something like that, instead of like the cheaper one. So basically the one that's more expensive, you can do animation in. Like, it has everything plus animation. This also has animation in it, but it's like you can only animate up to like, I think a second of animation. Because there's 24 frames in a second, you can only animate up to 24 frames. But if you want more than that, I would say go get, it's better to get the more expensive one if you want to go that route with doing animation. I would say that one thing is like, most of the time when you're animating, you can animate on 1s, 2s, and 3s pretty easily with this, so. Yeah, the other thing is that Clip Studio is pretty easy to learn if you already know Photoshop. Well, I know what you use. You use like, you've used like other places that are kind of like Photoshop based. As long as you understand how Photoshop and like Photoshop based stuff works, it's pretty similar with how the tools are. Yeah. Oh. There we go. Now it's time to go in here and start doing some rendering. But yeah, I'm gonna be honest, if the one thing that a lot of people, the one thing that I do want to say though, is that if you started learning art on Procreate, Clip Studio is gonna be just like, so many people complain that Clip Studio has way too much things going on, and I'm like, you have the same thing in Procreate, but it's just everything's more compact, whereas like with Clip Studio everything's like out in the open and available, and you can always add more things. I've taken away some stuff that I don't need, so it just all depends on how you want to do things. Orson. I know, right? There's plenty of fire brushes in here for you. I think that you might like it. think I've given her way too much power now. She knows that there's fire brushes. PC crashed? Oh my gosh. No! How much did you hear before your PC decided to kick the bucket? What? The daily login for brushes? Oh. I was saying that, Clip Studio, because, like, there's so much stuff. There's a lot of stuff that you can get for free. But, like, you know. And I'd say, like, you have the opportunity to experiment a lot more in Clip Studio than a lot of other places. And it is pretty easy to also make your own brushes. It's very similar. If you've made brushes in Photoshop before, it's pretty much the same exact way. But I was also trying to say, if you want to do animation, you might as well just buy the more expensive one. If you want to do animation. If you don't want to do animation, I would say don't buy the more expensive one, but if down the road you want to do animation, if you've already bought the previous version and you want to upgrade, it's actually cheaper than buying it if you just bought it normally. And whenever a new version comes out, you're gonna have to, you know, buy the new version. But again, they always do discounts. There's always like better discounts and stuff and things like that. So you're always gonna get good stuff at good deals. And honestly, a lot of people were worried about Clip Studio changing over to a subscription-based model, but it's only a subscription-based model for experimentative tools. If you want to get in on new experimentative tools, then you can pay once a month to get those, or you just pay one flat fee and just get the new version. That's what I have. And guess what? They'll still like do bug updates and anything like that. Anything that's like bugging or whatever, they'll always update that, doing bug fixes and stuff. I haven't done that yet. I need to. But yeah. So it's just, you know, read what each of them offer and figure out what works best for you, either like the cheaper version or the more expensive version based on what you want. Both still give you the base illustration stuff, but the more expensive one allows you to have animation stuff and cool stuff like that, which this one kind of doesn't. So there's a few extra things in that one that isn't in this one, but that's just because it's starting to go more for if you want animation, and it kind of gears more towards there. Whereas if you just want to do illustration and comic books and all that kind of stuff, like that's already in the base, so you don't have to pay more in order to get like that kind of stuff. It's just you have to pay more for animation stuff. So that's like the only difference between the two of them. You know, this looks surprisingly well. You know, I was starting to think, I'm like, maybe this doesn't look right, but then I'm like, you know what? Actually, the more that I kind of work on this and kind of render it a little bit more, it's starting to look nicer. It's starting to come out. I think it's just because I don't do blonde characters. So it's like kind of like, I guess, jarring to me to kind of have a character that to be drawing like nice character. Like I've done like doodles and stuff, but I haven't like drawn Knight's character before. Like Knight's avatar before. So it's like a little jarring-ish to me. Doesn't mean I don't like it, it's just like it's something I've never really... This is why I'm drawing it. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone of doing stuff, and I think it's like helping a lot with how I want to draw and go about drawing stuff. So it's helped. It helps. It helps a lot. And yeah. There we go. Just want to smooth some stuff out. Yeah, we'll go with that. Let's not overdo it on that. Trying to not overdo it, because the last thing that you need is overdoing something. Yeah, I think that's what I need, is to kind of remove those layers. I think that's helping out a little bit more. I think what's also kind of fucking it up is that the white of his eye is so bright and then the rest of his face is in shadow and it looks really weird. I think that's putting it off a little bit as well with how it's looking. Honestly, understandable. Let's add some highlights. Just kind of there we go. Oh, hello, peppers. hate doing that. Oh, thank you for the stretch and thank you for the head pat. I need to put a sound on that. Hi, puppers. Hi, puppy. Oh, my little fluffy munchkin is here. She's probably gonna break my face tracking, as she usually does. Hi. There you go. Okay, I want to go in here. I think the only reason why it is not seeming... Oh. I think it's because of the color I used. Aha. This needs to be off-white. And then, when I do this, should be fine. There we go. See how that looks a lot better now that it's more in shadow. Because that's what I think was really hitting me with like stuff saying like, because it was like, hey, this doesn't look correct. And now I understand why. Alright. So that's face. What else? Pants and boots. Pants and boots. This doesn't need to be exact. It's rendered. When I'm doing like rendering stuff, I usually just do it haphazardly, honestly. I like calling it slap chopping it together. But that's basically what I'm doing here. It's just making it all try and be cohesive. I'm just gonna be happy if I finish this. Because that's what I'm trying to do. So I'm trying to like finish these more. try to go in again with a darker. Kind of get those darks. But this one, I am not going to render as much. Usually when just blocking out shadows, I usually kind of do it a little bit haphazardly. And then when I'm trying to get the darker darks, I go in with more precise shading. I'm trying to push this further back. I'm also like checking to make sure that looks good on a bigger screen, because sometimes looking at something when I'm like up close, I like get all nitpicky, but then it's like going up and looking at it from when it's from a distance is also great. Always take a step back when you're drawing. Sometimes stepping up physically and like taking a step back is also really helpful. If you want to do it that way. And now, kind of go in here and kind of blend this out, but not too much. Because I want to retain some of this stuff. Because I like the painterly texture that we get from this. So I want to retain some of it. And I'm also trying to pull it this way to make sure that it still looks like it's going around in a circle. Or like a cylinder. So that's why I'm kind of like angling this down a little bit. And sometimes the contrast on my drawing tablet is a little bit like eh. Sometimes it's hard for it to pick up, or like for me to see really dark shadowings like this. Like black, really, when you're going into the darker regions. And I've been trying to fix it on my tablet for a bit, but it just doesn't work. And now I'm just literally drawing by looking at the actual screen on my OBS screen, and I'm literally just hand-eye coordinating the rest of it so it looks nice. This goes right up here. I am not gonna render any of the metal that is staying sharp, because it should. Metal should always have sharp contrasts. Let's take a step back. It looks really weird to have these pants like fully rendered and nothing else is. But I like taking a further step back so that then I can kind of render the highlight here. And I usually like kind of keeping the highlight in the same kind of zigzaggy pattern, which is this kind. So it kind of follows, instead of it being like a straight line, I think I like going with a more that kind of way, because then it makes it easier to render. And then we're going to kind of give the high points shine, so we can see where that light is coming from. And then over here, we're gonna really blend all these highlights out. We just know that there's some light being caught over here. And then these ones, we're gonna still kind of also blur them out, but then we're gonna go back over and add those white highlights back. So we know that this is more further forward. The better way, if you want to do this, is literally kind of taking this. I put it on multiply, and then kind of do this. If I wanted to exaggerate, kind of that this is in the far back. And then I just lighten it up a bit. Then that pushes that a little further back. I sometimes don't use this technique, and I need to use it more often, of pushing things back like that. It's easy to do it, I just don't do it. I give the shirt a little bit of a few dimensions. I know that Knight has some cool like patterning stuff on here, but I'm gonna be honest, I think I kind of want to omit it. Just because usually you need kind of like line art, but the best way to kind of do it is to do it with darker shading. So. But also because I'm gonna try and take more steps back. Or just like view it from further back. Because honestly, it's gonna be viewed further back here. So, I can do all this cool detailing that I want, but then it's like, will people see it is the question. Now there's some stuff in here I do want to go and do. Just like back here. Kind of build this up as division. There we go. I think that'll look good. We could go in and do a little bit of this, just to kind of texture it a little bit. Everything is about texture. There we go. I actually did forget. Oh. That there should be some shadow in there. Because this is coming and actually cutting off that highlighting there. There we go. go.
Who wants more Legend of Jose?
You know what? Sure, hit us. Hit us with it.
Before they could get comfortable, they heard an explosion with debris falling down. It was easy to know where it had happened. Shivers ran down Artikan's back as she saw a familiar red figure. Artikan tried to run ahead, but Jose and John were quick to follow. Artikan's suspicions were confirmed as the smell that haunted her since childhood was strong in the air, the smell of jerky.
The smell of jerky. I'm sorry. I forgot about the beef jerky thing.
One day, we will learn the reasons behind these odd details.
Yes, one day we shall learn more. More to come next time. In the next part of The Legend of Jose. Feels like an info. No, not an infomercial. Like the Saturday morning cartoons. Find out next week on The Legend of Jose. Sorry. Just trying to think a lot. I think most of the time when I'm rendering, I'm just like thinking about overdoing it too much, and then it's like, because I worry about overdoing it, I'm like, maybe I'm underdoing it too much.
For anyone wondering, yes, the evil wizard literally smells and looks like jerky.
I don't think anyone was really wondering. But thank you for that informative input. Hi, Peppers. This is why I hate too many belts. Or even just like a whole lot of design. I was actually watching a YouTube video of people talking about like VTuber designs and how some people like make things way too complicated. I'd only understand it if you're like supposed to be kind of a little bit complicated. Like I can understand Knight's design being overly complicated because he's supposed to be like a mercenary captain or something like that. So he's supposed to be like, you know, overly done and stuff. Like kind of having decorations and a bunch of different things. So I can understand it for him, but god damn, does it make it a lot harder to draw. Yeah. But what I'm trying to say is you can have a cool design, but please also think of people that are also drawing you. Because I'm gonna be honest, the one reason I like my design is because it's simplistic enough for people to understand it, but then again, I think it also is very simplistic. But then you can also end up in this situation where it's like, it can be a little hard. But I do like challenges, and some people do like challenges to really kind of understand their drawing stuff, but it's like, sometimes I'm just like, when I wish things were simpler. I think now it's time to go in here and kind of render all this. But I still, you know, I still do like Knight's design. Knight's design is it fits very much with what I think he wanted to go for, which is great. Ow! I don't like them putting chemicals in the water. Oh my god, Knight, no. I was just talking about you. Wolf Legion Raid, hello. Hello everyone, I am ArtCreates. I'm a Storm Deity VTuber that does a whole bunch of art and also a variety of games, and right now I'm drawing art. I'm drawing no, not drawing art. I'm doing art and I'm drawing Night Wolf. Wolf. Hi. Hold on, let me show you. Oh, of course it's not working. Huh? There you go. Yee. Oh my goodness. Oh, you were playing Pow World? How's Pow World? How is it? It's not my cup of tea. I don't think I'd ever play it, but I always want to hear what other people's like feeling of Pow World is. Hello there. I heard some fun happened. There was a lot of things, okay? There was a lot of things, Knight. Palworld has grind to it. I don't care about grind, it's just more of other things. But yes, a lot of stuff did happen. Knight, why do you have to remind me? It's been a game was fun, had tech issues at first, but enjoyed it. Well, I'm glad that you enjoyed it. I'm glad that there are some people out there enjoying it. You guys have your fun. It's not my cup of tea, but if other people out there enjoy it, I'm glad that it's being enjoyed. How do you like your art so far? How I doing? how I doing? Oh, I don't think that this needs to be on anymore, does it? No, it doesn't. Sorry, let me get rid of your shadow there. Some of your chat is the one that outed you, which was funny. They started it. It wasn't me. They started it, okay? If they tell you it was me, no, they're lying. They started it. Looks good. I'm glad it looks good. I love it. Yeah, you were on the list, and I was like, you know what? I've done Fane. I've done Glacy. I've done Rufus. I now need to do Knight. You should have been the first that I did, but I didn't.
You thought it was art, but I was me, George, all along.
Yes. It's always George. When is it not George, honestly? George is never okay. Why are we? It's all good. I still appreciate it. Yeah, of course, of course. I think I think it's nice. I didn't realize it until like furthering it, but I was like, oh wait, I'm just taking your PNG pose and then just like drawing it in my style. Like, it's like a draw this in your style. I'm just doing that. I didn't actually mean to do that until I like started doing it more. And I was like, oh wait a minute. Why does this look familiar? I try and be more unique, but you know what? I'm like, no, it's just too perfect. It's too perfect of a pose. It's captainy, it's regal. I'm sorry. I don't know. Mood, I do that too. Yeah. I think it's just like sometimes it's just like the pose that they already draw themselves in is just too perfect, and when you try and improve upon perfection, it just isn't good. So you just pick something that is just as great, and it works. It works so well. Oh my goodness. But I'll say, so I was saying earlier, why do you have so many belts? You have a lot of belts. If I had a nickel for every time that I drew a man with a bunch of belts, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it's happened twice so far. Do you have a thing with belts, Knight? Do we need to talk about something? No, I'm joking. I'm joking. A style choice. Yeah, it's a very much style choice. But you know what's very interesting is the amount of male. Okay, I'm gonna put this out here. It's not just you. It's not just you, Knight. There's a lot of you. There's a lot of male VTubers that have many belts. But then on the female side, either we have a lot of ruffles or a lot of bows. So honestly, belts I think are better. Belts are better. Oh, night. Wow. I thought the trend was... What do you mean? No. No, like, if you actually look, okay, so the reason I bring this up is because I literally watched a video yesterday about a person kind of, like, talking about expanding on VTuber designs and stuff like that, because they're, like, a character artist and a character designer, so they have, like, a lot of experience within doing that sort of stuff, and they're just like, it's really funny that either, like, a lot of people are either going straight techwear, or just, like, Genshin style of fantasy and normal wear, and I'm like, yeah. or you just have like the t-shirt and pants. Maybe there's a thing from people who read a lot of 90s comics. Maybe it could be that. It could be that. But I think the most part is because of tech wear. I think that's why. Or Kingdom Hearts. So true, Kingdom Hearts. It could be. It could be. It could be a Kingdom Hearts thing. That actually makes more sense to me, that it's Kingdom Hearts. I'm just bad at rendering. I was fine with rendering like all the other metal elsewhere, but here it's like, nah. Metal? What's that? My design was based off of RPG character. Yeah, I think when you start going into the Japanese RPG space, it's like you're going to end up with stuff. I think that makes sense. Yeah. Yeah. I think the most part, like, I will say this much. I kinda hate the techwear trend that all these YouTubers have, like, the same techwear. And it's just, like... And I was, like, saying, like, some people just don't really have very solid designs because they're all based off of, like, one outfit or another. But, like, your design is pretty solid with what it is. Because, like, you know, we can identify that you are Nightwolf kind of situation. Like, you can identify that's me. How much variety of techwear is there? Question mark. There is actually a wide variety of techwear, but for some reason, like, it's just always the same shirt, jacket, and pants. Well, thank you. Of course. It's always, like, the same shirt, jacket, and pants and boots. It's like always the same one. Like literally look up like techwear VTubers and all of them have like the same jacket that has that one big open like square thing on the side and it's like opened, right? And it's like so many of them have that exact same jacket, whether it's male, female, whatever. All of them have like the same one. When you see it, when you start to notice it more, you see it a lot, and you're like, oh, that, yeah, they do basically have like very similar stuff. I'm just like, yep. Once you see it, you can't unsee it. have to go for now. There's a card game event I want to go to. Oh yes, of course. Yeah, go. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for sharing your community with me. I hope that you enjoy that little event. Go. Have fun. You win in my eyes. You will win in my eyes always. Even if you don't win. There we go. I'm not playing, I'm just watching a live stream. Oh, sorry. Well, I thought you were going to event. Okay. It's just that Jose goes to card events sometimes, like actual events, like either judging or actually doing it. That's why I'm like, oh, well, if you're going, you win. But go and enjoy and watching the live stream. Go have fun. Yeah. I wish I could, but it's in Tokyo. Ah, I see. Okay. I think that's it that I want to kind of do for here-ish. Oh, didn't... Alright. And then... Oop, not that brush, or that color, this color. There we go. And then... Yeah, that'll work. Yeah. Sometimes it's a lot of going back and forth and just kind of seeing where to add and where to take away. But I'm trying to not, like, overdo it, you know? Because the more that you try and overdo it, the more you start losing sight of what the actual thing is supposed to look like. And then go in here and do that. There we go. That's this side done. And then I actually do want to see, so it has like, we're gonna go kind of deep in here. Just gonna kind of do that, and then do that. There we go. And then going up and finally doing the hair so that the hair actually looks like it fits with everything else. Because it's kind of funny to just see the hair and then everything else be fully rendered and nothing else be. There we go. And then kind of go in here with the darker. I want this to be the darkest sign. See, now we're finally getting some of the hair being pushed back. And then, last but finally not least, just doing a little bit of that highlighting. go. It is done. Let me get. Oh, close that. Do that and do that. And with that, Night Wolf is done. I think I'm not gonna put a background on this one. I know, like, for the last two I did, but I think sometimes it's just nicer to draw the character itself. But what you know, the person, not the character. I do want to do a little bit of just kind of to kind of cement them a little bit more. There we go. And with that, let us sign this, and we'll be on our way out of here. And then, as per usual, I usually hide it somewhere in the art. It's just a nice little watermark. I could date it, but I usually sometimes just don't. Alright. And with that, we have Night Wolf done. So let me just save this out. Nope. File, save that. And this is... Alright. Let me just do this. And let's switch over to here. Yay. I do that so smoothly now, don't I? Anyways, I'm gonna exit out of here. And then... let us see who we can now go and pass the raid on to. Let me just see. I'm like trying to see who I want to go and raid. You know what? It's been a chaotic stream. How about I send you over to a Lethal Company stream? Because you guys are already all chaotic as it is, right? So, I know who I'm gonna send you over to. So, let me just get them ready. Oop. There we go. Alright. Let me get the raid started as well. And let's get the raid message going. And let me also start the raid so you guys can see where we're going. So anyways, tomorrow we're going to be playing some more Monster Hunter, but I will be discussing more of the stuff of what is happening with Monster Hunter tomorrow. That'll be at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Please check what that is in your time if you want to come and watch that and chill out. Might just be kind of doing whatever. I don't really have anything planned, but we may be starting Iceborne, baby. So we're gonna see about that. But anyways, it was nice to finally have night done. So I will be posting that up later. So if you're still here, I will be posting that up right after stream, so you can go and check that out. Once you have it, you can do whatever you so please with it. It is your art. You can do whatever you want. I have more people that I want to draw, but I might be getting back into another art series that I kind of wanted to do. And if you want to follow for more art, definitely follow the Twitter, because I'll be posting every day doing my 301 days of drawing art prompts. So if you want to check that out, it's on the Twitter. And without any further ado, I do want to say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for being here. It was chaotic, and I love it. And without any further ado, may the winds guide you until next time. Goodbye, everybody.